Going to the Hebrew, right? It's the word for Phineas. You agree with that, right? Phineas. It says it right there. That's the Hebrew, right? And it says Phineas, the Negro.
I've never heard that before.
You got questions, man?
Nope, just looking to see. You picked a good nice for it.
Okay, right. So we out here to teach our people, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that Christ only came for them. All right, you believe that?
I believe he came for everybody.
Well, can we show you contrary?
No.
Let's go to Matthew 15:24. Let's see what Christ said.
We're Latter-day Saints. We believe Christ visited this continent and
Oh,
preached.
so you're a church?
Yep,
Okay, so you're a pastor. You're a pastor?
I have been.
Okay, so you shouldn't mind talking about the Bible, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's do.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 15, and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
All right, so Christ died for everybody. Why would he say that?
Oh, when he was here on earth, remember he told the lady who
Woman
came
had a will?
seeking a blessing, and he said, it's not meat to give the dog
That's
the
the
food.
same chapter.
And she, having great faith, said yes, but the dogs eated the crumbs. And he gave her what she had.
Right, but did he give her salvation though?
That's always a question. We don't necessarily believe that the thief on the cross, he said, would see in paradise is synonymous with salvation.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We saying
Anyways,
that he give his salvation for the other nations, other than the 12 tribes of Israel.
yes, he definitely
Go to
came,
Obadiah.
came and taught the house of Israel.
But it's salvation for the other nations.
But you know, the last two verses in Matthew, it talks about go into all the world and teach everything.
Oh, okay. Go to James 1:1. All right. You know why he said that?
Because there was a commandment to his
Yeah,
apostles
but why did he
to
say go into all nations?
to spread the word everywhere.
Because the Israelites were scattered in all
Well,
nations.
the 10 tribes
Right.
certainly are.
James
And yes,
1:1.
we believe a
This
lot
is
of
the book
this
of
work
James.
is the gathering of the tribes.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Read that again.
Yep.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
All right, so that's why Christ told them to go make disciples of all nations. Right? Because the Israelites were scattered in all nations.
And they did.
Right. So, you know, salvation has never changed to the other nations. All right. So, you know, you believe that?
No, I believe everybody who does what they're supposed to do goes.
And it's
But is everybody doing what they're supposed to do?
no, heavens no.
Okay then, right? But what verse says that? Anybody who
A
can do it.
lot of verses.
And you should have no problem showing us one.
The one that says, faith without works is dead. It requires works.
That goes
I'm not
back to
talking about that. I'm
James.
saying what verse says that everybody can be saved? Every nation. It's 18 nations in the Bible, right? So, you know, Christ came for the nation of Israel.
Yes, sir.
That's one nation. So it's 17 other nations. You have to show me where Christ said he came for those 17 other nations. Just go ahead.
Well, Book of Mormon, he showed up and preached.
Book of Mormon?
Yeah.
You want us to read the Book of Mormon? Doesn't the Book of Mormon say it's a curse to have black skin?
That is not an accurate
That's not what it
Okay,
says.
let's see.
So they were cursed with dark skin. So they'd be
Okay, so dark skin is a curse. Dark skin is a curse?
No. That
Go to
group of
Songs of
people,
Solomon 1 and 5.
that group of people who fell away, and I don't think it was miraculous. I think that they
All right, we're going to read the Book of Mormon.
yep, read it lots of times.
All right, so this is Alma 3 and 6. And the skins of the Lamanites were dark according to the mark which was set upon their fathers, which was a curse upon them. Right? So you would have to say Solomon is cursed. Because read that.
This is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
Read it again.
I am black.
Right? So was Solomon cursed?
He was not. No,
But I thought black skin was a curse.
My
for the
Book of Mormon
Lamanites,
professor
Lamanites were
specifically
not
said-
African.
But was
Yeah.
did they have
Yeah.
dark skin?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so is dark skin a curse or not?
No, my Book of Mormon professor explicitly said the curse was to be withdrawn from God. The curse was not black skin.
Did it just say that in the Book of Mormon? How much did
You
it
are
say?
picking one verse out of many.
Did it say that though?
And out of context.
Did it
plus,
say that?
Plus, we do missionary work to all people everywhere.
In every
You
single
know,
country.
y'all are just confounded. All right, go to Joel 30 and 30. Let's
I
see.
have a
Let's
wonderful
see what
day.
color Joel was. Right?
Sure, let's hear it.
Let's see if Joel is cursed. Joel 30 and 30.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
Read it again.
My skin is black upon me.
So was Joel cursed too?
And he
I
also
thought
was,
Joel was a perfect man. Go to Joel 1 and 1.
and Job was also an Israelite.
Okay, right.
So this is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. And that man was perfect and upright.
No, he had black cursed skin.
And that man was perfect and upright.
And what?
And one that feared God.
Right? So, you know, the Book of Mormon is not canon. Where can we find the Book of Mormon in any old ancient manuscripts? We find the Book of
The
Mormon.
Book of Mormon is an ancient manuscript.
Which ones?
It is an ancient
We
manuscript.
find them in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
We also read the Dead Sea Scrolls.
But is the Book of Mormon
Book
in
of
the
Mormon
Dead Sea
is
Scrolls?
not
Is it
from-
in the Greek Septuagint?
The Book of Mormon
I
is
didn't
from
hear that.
the Book of Mormon is from this continent.
Yes.
Not
Oh, right.
so you're
Right.
not going to find it in caves in Israel.
Exactly. I believe the Book of Mormon was written like, I wouldn't even say 1,000 years ago, something like that.
Does that
It was
matter?
written between
Yes.
it was written between
I
600
disagree.
BC.
Go to
Written
go to-
between 600 BC and 400 AD.
right. So the Book of Mormon isn't canon. Where do we read about the Book of Mormon in the Bible?
When it talks about the scroll of Judah and the scroll of Joseph,
No,
the scroll
not
of
at all.
Joseph is the Book of Mormon.
Who is Mormon?
Mormon was a prophet, and
What nation was it from?
this nation.
No, what was his biblical nationality?
A small group of Israelites fled the destruction of Jerusalem, and he is descended from them.
So Mormon's supposed to be Israelite?
Yep.
All right, why don't we see him in the Bible?
Because he didn't live in
Yeah,
Israel.
he didn't
Go
live.
to Isaiah 8 and 20, right? It don't matter if you didn't live in Israel.
Well, it
Because as
does.
we read James 1 and 1,
What did
the
Christ-
tribes were scattered abroad.
What did Christ
Right.
do in his 3 days in the tomb? He said, I have people not
Read
of
that.
this flock.
Isaiah 8 and 20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Right? The Book of Mormon don't tell you to keep the commandments.
Yes,
Right?
Yes, it does.
What commandments does it tell you to keep?
Keep all of them.
So why ain't you guys keeping them?
Which one are we not keeping?
Where's your fringes at?
Where's my... Oh,
Confounded.
that is an interesting question about fringes. And of course, your friend there doesn't have any either.
He doesn't?
It's
Hey,
not,
you just bear false witness.
it's not
Right?
remotely
You just
clear.
bear false witness.
It's not remotely
You know-
clear what that meant in Deuteronomy about no razor touching that.
No, fringes. Do you know what fringes is?
Oh,
Not
I'm,
in the context.
oh, I see the
Well,
fringes
I mean,
you're
that's all.
talking
Go
about.
to Numbers 15:38. Now in the context we talking about, does
No, I
it say
have it
fringes
there.
on a bottom of your garment? What's a garment? Okay, so where are y'all fringes at?
You
I
talking
thought
about
the Book of
Deuteronomy,
Mormon
though?
taught to keep the commandments.
It does.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't listen to
We
the
don't
book,
keep
right?
the law.
Read that.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
I do
All right,
like-
so where's your fringes at? Do you eat pork?
No.
That's your...
Yo,
Hey, look at that. See, the Book of Mormon
I-
don't teach to keep
I-
the
I
commandments.
also
you
eat
follow the law of
shellfish.
Moses?
Of course.
Why?
Did Christ say to do that?
No.
No.
Let's go to the last page of the Bible. Let's see if y'all liars. The last page of the Bible, Revelation 22 and 14.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 In verse 14, blessed are they that do his commandments.
Read that again.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Right, that word in the Greek, it literally means the law of Moses. Read.
That they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Right, read on.
For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers,
Right, that's
and,
not in the Ten Commandments. Read.
and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Right, so he's saying the law of Moses. Right, Revelation 14 and 12.
Remember when they were cutting through the cornfield on the Sabbath and grabbed and ate the grain, and people told them, your folks do what is not lawful.
What does that have to do with keeping the commandments?
He
What's
wasn't keeping the law of Moses.
Christ wasn't keeping the law of Moses.
That's correct.
1 Peter 2 and 21.
What-
This is blasphemy right here.
What was he crucified for?
1 Peter for the nation of Israel. That's why.
He was
1 Peter 2 and
crucified
21.
because the Jews thought he blasphemed.
Let's see. Let's see. All right, we agree the Jews delivered them up to Pontius Pilate and the Romans. Right, read that. Let's see if Christ didn't keep the commandments.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin.
Who what?
Who did no sin.
What is sin?
And that's absolutely true.
What is
But
sin? No, it said he did no sin.
He
What
ended
is
the
sin?
law of Moses. Are y'all doing sacrifices? I don't see it.
No, we don't have to do that no more because Christ did away with sacrificial laws. But what is sin though?
Sin is violation of God's law.
So that means Christ was keeping the law. You know, you're
Christ
confounded.
kept God's law.
You're confounded. You said Christ didn't keep the law.
Christ kept God's
Did
law.
Christ wear fringes?
He ended Moses' law.
Go to Matthew 5:17. Let's see if you're a liar again.
That one says that he came not to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. We believe that he fulfilled the law of Moses.
Okay, he fulfilled the things that was written of him in the law of Moses.
Yep,
You have
there you go.
prophecies
And the law
of him in the law of Moses. He's not saying he came away to do away with the law of Moses.
You know, there's a reason there's dozens of translations.
Matthew 5 and 17. Let's read it and break it down.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
All right, so think not I came to destroy the law. Read.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to fulfill. What did he come to fulfill? Acts 3 and 18. 3 and 19. We're going to show you.
He was the great and final sacrifice.
We're going to show you
That's
what
why
Christ
we
came to
don't do.
fulfill. You know, and we want y'all to stay and hear this. All right, Acts 3 and 19.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 3, and verse 19. Repent ye therefore.
Verse 18.
Verse 18. But those things which God before has showed by the mouth of all his prophets, that Christ should suffer, he has so fulfilled.
He has what?
He has so fulfilled.
Right, so he fulfilled the prophecies of him coming to suffer. Where is it written that Christ will come suffer for the Israelites? In the Old Testament.
Isaiah.
Right, you're right. Where else though?
There's a number of places.
Yeah. But
Okay,
Isaiah's
so
a good
what
one.
we're showing y'all, that's what he came to fulfill. He's not coming to do away with the law.
Personally, we disagree,
Yeah.
and that's why there's
So
some,
you disagree with the Bible,
No.
I
right?
disagree with that.
You
very
disagree with the
particular
Bible,
interpretation
right?
of the Bible.
Right.
Let's read this.
I have a question for you. Do you decorate Christmas trees?
No, I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate birthdays.
Really, you don't celebrate birthdays?
No, that's a sin.
What scripture says celebrating?
Go to Genesis chapter 40. Genesis chapter 40. The first birthday ever was recorded in the Bible was Pharaoh. And Leviticus, the 18th chapter, in verse number 2, tells us not to learn the way of the Egyptians. Hold on.
While we're on this,
Genesis 40.
Israel celebrated
Hold
all
on.
kinds of holidays.
Okay, and it was wrong. That's why the Lord sent them into slavery. Just because they did it don't make it right, right?
This is the book of
40 and
Genesis,
20.
chapter 40 and verse 20. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
Which was what?
Which was Pharaoh's birthday.
Y'all would agree Pharaoh ruled the Israelites in 1500 BC, right? He was an Egyptian king. Y'all agree with that, right?
Yep.
Right?
That he made a feast unto all his servants.
Right, so he was celebrating his birthday. Now go to Leviticus 18 and 2. We're going to show you that celebrating birthdays is a sin.
You guys celebrate Easter?
No, we don't celebrate any holidays. We celebrate the high holy days.
The
And
apostles.
Leviticus,
The apostles, Christ's
Hold on.
apostles celebrated
Leviticus
Easter.
18.
This is
what?
the book.
Christ's apostles celebrated Easter.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
That's a
they
mistranslation. In
No,
the
it is
Greek,
not.
it's Passover.
Which,
It's the Greek word for
Yes,
stop.
they celebrated Passover.
Okay, you saying they celebrated Easter? That's
Yes,
a
the
mistranslation.
apostles after Christ's death
Just read
celebrated
that.
Easter.
This is the book of
We're gonna
Leviticus,
address that
chapter
next.
18 and verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, ye shall not do.
Right, so sin is the transgression of the Torah, the laws of Moses, which is the first 5 books of the Bible. We see the first account of a birthday is Pharaoh, and the Lord said, don't learn the ways of the Egyptians. So if you're celebrating a birthday, you would be in sin. So,
that is an interesting way to look at it.
Yes, it
okay,
is.
right, so we go to Acts 12 and 4. Y'all said the apostles celebrated Easter. Let's
Yes,
see
they
that's
did.
true. Actually, pull it on in Blue Letter
I
Bible.
am very impressed with your biblical knowledge. You got them down. That's very,
Well, you know, hey, it's all through the Most High. Right? We don't take credit for this. You know, He sent His Holy Spirit and taught us through.
But you're talking about Bible as authority. This is quite a leap down here.
How?
Judah, African American blacks. No.
Where
they
where
were
was African
Israelites.
Americans?
And Judah, well, part of Judah got scattered. Benjamin, West Indian blacks, Levi,
Hold
Haitians,
on, man. You
Ephraim,
jumping. Let's deal with Acts first. Then we can deal with that. All right? You're jumping. Acts chapter 12 and verse 4 about the Easter. We're going to show you that they didn't celebrate Easter
How did Mexicans in Argentina and Chile get in this?
because they fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28. All right? Acts 12 and 4 about Easter. Yeah. All right, so read it and then go into the Greek for it.
All right, done. This is the book of Acts, chapter 12 and verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 coordinations of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter.
After what?
After Easter
All right, so is this literally talking about Easter with the Easter eggs?
Maybe
no,
not.
that was a different.
Okay, so it's a mistranslation. All right, the Bible has various mistranslations.
This
That's
is
why you got to go
Yes.
to the source document.
We believe
Right,
that. We believe that very much.
We're going to see what word it is in the Greek. All right, what does it mean?
This is the says Pascha.
All right, click on it. It's going to show you what the definition is.
All right.
It says Passover. Yeah, read that.
The Paschal feast, the feast of the Passover.
The what?
The feast of the Passover.
Feast of laying eggs.
The feast of the Passover.
All right, so they never kept Easter. That's a
No,
mistranslation.
they didn't do the eggs.
You
were
said
much
that,
later.
though.
The apostles celebrated the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
You said they celebrated Easter.
That's Easter.
In
No,
our
it's not.
minds,
Yes,
so-
Go in
it
the
is.
Bible and show me that.
Easter is
What book, chapter, verse?
Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
That's not found in the Bible, though.
Why wouldn't the apostles
John,
celebrate his
John
resurrection?
the apostle, from
Where is that found in the
from
Bible?
historical sources, John the apostle celebrated Easter. In fact, that was one
Where,
of the fights.
no, where is that in the Bible?
That was one of the fights in the early church. Is what day do you celebrate?
Hey,
Does it
y'all
have
not,
to be on a
hey,
Sunday?
y'all not addressing it, right? Where is that in the Bible?
I am not as good at you as picking out particular scriptures.
Okay,
and
but
it would
if you're
take
going to
me a
make
second.
claims, you go to 1 Thessalonians 5:21.
I am making
You're going to
that
make
claim.
claims, you got to
I am making that claim.
Where is the apostles and John damn celebrating Easter and picking up Easter eggs in the Bible? Where is that?
Nobody
is
said anything about
very
Easter eggs.
specifically
You
a
threw
different
that
thing.
in.
What is Easter then?
It is the
Easter is-
celebration of the resurrection of
Okay,
Jesus
and what
Christ.
ordinance do they do on that day?
There are no
Go-
ordinance other than
we go to
sacrament.
church.
What else?
That's
And-
it?
Yes, ordinance and sacrament. That's
Why
what we
y'all
do.
call it Easter then? What does Easter
Why
mean?
can't I celebrate his?
The word comes from.
Because Christ didn't die for you. That's why. That's why you
Okay,
can't
if
celebrate.
that's your opinion, then
It's
that's
not
fine.
my opinion. That's what he said.
I
No.
Go to
Oh.
Acts 5:30. Right, you go 1 Thessalonians. Let's see. This is what the disciples said after the death, burial, and resurrection.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Let's see.
This
If Christ died for you, what's your nationality? Your father's nationality?
We are part
I'm
Native
I'm
American.
the father.
Oh, you're her father?
Yes.
What's your father's nationality?
Well, you trace my family back, because you know trees branch, but nearly all is English. English, German, little Scotch.
Jesus, German. See, you're an Edomite according to the Bible, right? Read that. You would be an Edomite too. Y'all always like to pull that Native American card. Read.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
Actually,
on,
we
let the
both
Bible
can
speak,
pull.
man.
We are both
Straight back.
recognized members of the Choctaw tribe. Now,
But
I am
how
very
does
little
the Bible
Choctaw
say that you determine your lineage?
through your dads.
Okay
Yeah.
then, right?
Yep.
Read
So-
that.
so
you
I'm-
can't be German
so
and
I'm-
Native American
Nope.
at the same time.
I'm English if you go through
okay,
the
so
dads.
you're an Edomite.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
England and Edom are
Then
not the same
Peter
place.
and
You
the
didn't say
other
that.
apostles
Talk about
answered.
Edom as a nationality. Read.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Y'all agree with that, right?
Yep.
Read.
The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom he slew and hanged on a tree.
Y'all agree he was slew and hanged on the tree, right?
Yep.
Right, read.
Him hath God exalted with his right hand.
Right, y'all believe God exalted Christ, right?
No.
What? What did he just say?
We believe that God the Father and
I
God
know
the
where you gotta
Son.
go. Just read on.
Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior.
Right, a prince and a savior for who?
Everybody.
For to give repentance to Israel.
To who?
To
For
Israel.
everybody,
To Israel.
right? So,
And forgiveness of sins.
I thought it was for everybody.
It is.
What did this just say?
It said to Israel, but you can be adopted.
Founded. Right? All praise to the Most
Don't
High.
they say that you should take a good branch and put it onto the
Oh, you
good
talking
tree?
about the grafting in?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to show you what that's talking about.
Not to mention the
In
fact.
Romans 11 is the olive tree.
Yes,
right?
that's the one I'm talking
The
about.
unnatural branches getting grafted back in.
Yep.
But it's called a olive tree.
Yep.
Both branches.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
And
true.
who's called the olives throughout the Bible? The
It
olive
is the Israelites. But I
Okay.
think in
No
this
other
context-
nation is called olives throughout the Bible. None. Because in Hosea 4:17, the Lord cast away the northern kingdom. Right? So they're getting grafted back into the fold. He was only dealing with the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Right? What else did Okay, so yeah. Hey, y'all would be Edomites. Let's go to Obadiah. You know, the Lord said that all Edomites are going to go extinct. And they're going to be cut off by slaughter. So how did Christ die for y'all if, according to the prophecy, thus said the Lord, that all Edomites will be exterminated? Obadiah. All right, let's read that.
This is the book of Obadiah.
Start at verse 8.
Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom,
All right, because you would be a wise man out of Edom. I'll give you that. Right, read.
and understanding out of the mount of Esau,
Uh-huh.
and thy mighty men, O T-man, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right, so everybody that descends from Esau is going to be cut off by slaughter. So how did Christ die for the Edomites?
If
If
you
according
des-
to prophecy,
if you
hold
decided
on,
completely
if
out-
according to prophecy, they got to be exterminated.
Completely outside anything in the Bible, if you've decided the English are Edomites,
No, y'all are Edomites.
then you've got to wipe out Australia, New Zealand, America.
They are
you
going to
know.
get wiped out.
I wouldn't count on it, guys.
Okay, so your opinion, only a set group of, your belief is that a set group of people get to the opportunity to go to heaven.
No, y'all will be in heaven, but it will be certain roads.
Okay,
Go to
I'd like,
Isaiah 14.
I'd like that
We
described.
just saying we'll be above y'all in heaven. Y'all
That's
going to be below us, the Israelites, and y'all will be our servants and handmaids. So that's what the prophecy says. Now let's read the prophecy, and we want y'all to break this down. All right? You good.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel,
So he's going to have mercy on the 12 tribes. Read.
and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them.
All right, so y'all will be the strangers. Y'all will be with us. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Uh-huh.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of
The
Israel.
house of who?
And the house of
Read
Israel
on.
shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
What does it mean to possess something? You don't own it, right? Just like y'all own us, right?
For servants and handmaids.
For what?
For servants and handmaids.
So y'all will be in the kingdom of heaven, but that's gonna be our role. Y'all gonna be underneath the Israelites as servants and handmaids.
I don't think it's going to work that way, guys.
Oh, so he's disagreeing with the Lord. He's
No.
disagreeing with the prophecy.
I'm saying y'all are picking something completely out of context
How,
that you
well,
don't
break it down. Put it in
understand.
context.
Edom to
No,
England?
put this in
How do
context.
you get
I
from
don't
Edom
know
to
that
there?
that's talking about the next slide.
10
This is
tribes
just-
completely scattered.
We saying it's gonna happen on the earth when Christ comes.
10 tribes completely scattered. How do you know that we're not descended from one of those tribes?
How much
Because we can tell by the
descendancy?
spirit. Right? We can tell you an Edomite.
I would, my next one. So you know, okay. So your belief is that the Israelites are. What's even the point of talking to people who are Edomites? Like,
Go
what's
to
the point?
Tobit 13 verse 3.
Anyways, we're not Edomites, we're Latter-day Saints.
Y'all are Edomites.
We will be
Well, why is
fine.
it a prophecy of Christ coming back in Isaiah the 63rd chapter to judge the Edomites?
He's going to come
If the
back.
Edomites don't exist anymore, y'all not.
Christ is going to judge the quick and the dead. He's going to judge
We agree.
everyone.
He's even going to judge wicked Israelites. But y'all can't just act like certain Bible verses don't exist. You know?
Well, we read it all.
Yeah, we do.
Well, y'all clearly didn't read the verses that we read today. Tobit
This is the
13 and
book of Tobit, chapter 13 and verse 3. Confess him before the Gentiles.
3. Read that again.
Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel.
Right, so we got to confess Yahweh by Shem outside. That's who the world enemy calls God, to the Gentiles.
And y'all don't want to accept
For
the
he
Book of
hath
Mormon.
scattered us among
No,
them.
we don't accept the Book of Mormon.
And we
It
don't-
says black skin is a curse.
And we
We don't accept that.
And we do not
I
accept
would
the
love.
Apocrypha.
I mean,
Right? Didn't Christ quote the Apocrypha?
Christ
Confounded.
Christ quoted several books that
No,
we don't
name
even have
one.
copies
Name
of now.
one. He quoted the Apocrypha, didn't he?
He quoted prophecies.
Didn't
that
the
we do
Israelites
not
go
have
into the
a
Greek
copy.
captivity in 332 BC?
Say it again.
Didn't the Israelites go into the Greek captivity in 332 BC?
No.
They didn't. So where do you read about the Greek captivity?
What Greek captivity?
Hey, he don't even know about the Greek captivity, but he trying to say the Apocrypha is not canon, right? You read about the Greek captivity in the Book of Maccabees, right? But
Well,
what you said?
then it's misstated because it was the Romans that Maccabees were fighting, not Greeks.
Yeah, but the Romans and the Greeks was a part of the Greco-Roman Empire. They came together, right? So they was fighting both, you know. So hey, but y'all got to get ready for slavery according to the Bible, and that's just what it is. You know, the Bible didn't say that, and we wouldn't be telling you. We didn't wake up one day and just like, let's just go.
I've got all of them are Heavenly Father promises. Slavery is not something we have to worry about.
Okay, Revelation 13:10. Let's see your life. You've been being found a liar all day. That's your daughter. She
Yep.
know the scriptures better than you. You know.
I would not say that. I'm not very good at it, but I spent 4 years learning them. He spent 4 years learning. That's what we do for
Well,
high
we
schoolers.
spent 1 year plus as a Hebrew Israelite, and y'all can't even deal with it, right? Humbly speaking, because we had a truth
May
and
I
you guys
say
had
something?
lies.
You talk over us a lot, and you don't want to let me finish my questions.
Okay, go ahead. But your father been lying this whole time. We read Isaiah 14. He just disagreed with it. He said he's not going to be a servant.
You know,
Yeah.
There's more on that too. Right?
Yeah.
you know, if you want to believe Apocryphal, it's fine. Lots of people read the Apocryphal. It's got some really good stuff.
Did
in it.
Christ read it though?
Well, he didn't. I mean, not in that little
If you're
book.
not studying, why are you trying to tell us? You know, trying to, hey,
But
Christ
you don't
didn't-
want to read the Book of Mormon either.
Because the Book of Mormon is contrary to the Bible. It doesn't
No,
line
really?
up.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
How is
What?
the Book of Mormon, Alma 3:6, says that having black skin is a curse.
That is
but
not what the
clearly
curse is.
the prophets was called black in the Bible. Why should I believe the Book of Mormon?
It was being black in spirit. The idea of being your spirit
No,
being dark.
no, it wasn't.
Yes.
Anyways,
So-
like I
I'm
said, if
gonna
it
say
makes
this.
you feel better, he wasn't talking about Africa.
It doesn't matter. Read Revelation 13.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9.
All right, so what's your name?
Deal.
Neil, what's your name? Nicole. Neil and Nicole, right? So whether y'all like it or not, y'all will be slaves in the kingdom of heaven when Christ comes back. This is Christ's teaching.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity.
Right, your ancestors led my ancestors into captivity. Right? Read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right. What does patience mean?
While you were talking about Edomites,
That
by
means
the
the
way,
saints is waiting on that.
you know the nation that
didn't have
ended
this.
slavery was England.
Y'all didn't end slavery. Go to Baruch 3 and 8. And we're still in our enemy's land, scattered, having to make payments. That means we're still in slavery according to the Bible. Baruch 3 and 8.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
To be what?
And to be subject to payment.
So as long as we're in our enemy's land, subject to payments, we're still in slavery.
What payments are y'all making that you're upset about?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, go to
What? No.
go to
What payments
Psalm
are you
73.
two
Speak
making?
wickedly concerning oppression.
What
Right?
payments are you?
Hey, it's a Bible verse for everything.
What
That's why we
payments are
say
you
you guys
two
are the devil
making
that the Bible speaks
that you're
of.
upset about?
This
Right.
is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 8. They are corrupt.
What is this, man?
They are corrupt.
Read.
And speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right, so you're corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. You say what bills do y'all pay, right? You know, we got to go to y'all for a damn job. While you don't want to hire us, you know, that's why the Lord is coming back to destroy you and your damn race. Go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Right, the first thing y'all ask us before when we fill out a damn application, are you black, are you white, are you Hispanic? Why do you guys ask that if America is not built on rape, wives, murder, and racism?
Guys, I worked down at the site my whole career.
Answer my question.
Being black would help you in your career out there at that
Shut
site.
your lying mouth.
Oh,
Right, Ecclesiastes 7 and 7.
I worked with a fellow
This
from Somalia.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right, we've been being oppressed by you and your people for thousands of years. You know, not just the Edomites, but the Moabites too, the Israelites, all these other nations.
I'm back
All right,
down to
read.
it. How are you two?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Read that again.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
What is how you at McDonald's?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right? So, hey, y'all got things coming to y'all. You know, the true prophets was hated among men. They didn't say things people wanted to hear.
That's true.
We're not
enough.
going to tell you things you want to hear.
Are y'all claiming to be prophets?
We're not claiming to be that, right? But I'm saying the prophet's not going to tell you.
I am really
damn,
curious, though. How do you two feel like you were oppressed?
Because we're subject to payments, like the Bible said.
Taxes?
That's why.
What payment are you talking about? Taxes?
Don't everybody have to pay bills? And yes,
do you think
you
there's-
got to get a passport to go back to your homeland. We was took from the west coast of Africa. Right? It's not a homeland. Our true homeland is Israel. Right? You have point. Right. So, you know, y'all just got to get ready. You know, your daughter's more humble than you. You know, she's not trying to damn fight back. You know, hey, that's what the scriptures say. That's what it say. You know, we're not just making this up.
Yeah, I'm afraid you just made that up.
We're making this up. Where was the tribe of, where was African Americans at before they got brought over here to the continent of America?
Sub-Saharan Africa.
They was on the western hemisphere of Africa. What's found on the western hemisphere of Africa?
You're talking
The
West
white
Coast?
man, the white man renamed it to Negro land. Now, what's on that Negro land map?
I have no clue where you're going.
The kingdom of Judah. Why? Because the African Americans are Israelites. What was the prophets called?
You caught that I said Sub-Saharan Africa.
Is that, I'm not sure, you know, if that's on the western hemisphere of Africa or not.
Talking about
It splits it north-south. It leaves out the very
I'm
northern
saying
part.
before we got brought in transatlantic slave trade, right before that, we was on the western hemisphere of Africa.
Sure.
They took us from Negro land, which in Negro land you found something called the Kingdom of Judah, right? Because Go to Acts 13:1. What was the prophets called in the Bible?
Judah was where Israel is now.
What? That good reader.
This is the
You
book
don't
of
know what's
Acts,
going
chapter 13, and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was called nigger.
What was the
No,
prophets
that's
called?
not
That
in
was
there.
called
Hey,
nigger.
pull it up in the Strong's Lexicon.
What translation do you use?
That's the King James.
No, that's not the King James.
Yes, it is. We gonna see
Y'all
how
make-
y'all don't know Latin.
Y'all make that one
We
up.
about to see how y'all don't know Latin, right?
I
Pull
don't
it
know
up.
Latin.
Okay,
Acts
now.
13:1. Because that's a Latin word. That's the Latin word for nigger.
I mean,
it's pronounced the same.
The only language I know other than English and Spanish, and I'm not very good
Give
at
me,
it.
give me that quote again.
Acts 13:1. Hey, so
Acts
Esau,
13:1.
he can't believe it.
No, that's not where it's not in there.
All right, it's not in there. Okay, let's see. Acts 13:1. We pulling it up. We pulling it up in Blue
Now
Letter
there at
Bible
the
Strong's
church
Lexicon.
that was in Antioch, certain prophets and teachers, Barnabas and Simeon, that were called Niger.
No, you thought you ate, right? See, this is the same verse, right? Where is it? Niger, right here. This Acts 13:1 in the Strong's Lexicon. We gonna see how it's pronounced.
Boy, y'all made a jump on
Hold
that.
on. This how it's pronounced.
Niger.
Confounded, right? It's pronounced nigger.
Not
This
the
the Latin
not
word.
the word you guys are trying to use.
This is
at
Acts
all.
13:1. This the Strong's Lexicon. Maybe
Yes,
your-
it does
no-
sound similar.
doesn't-
This is true.
Exactly. Your daughter can humble you.
But-
She can
Not-
humble down. You're not humble.
Not the word you guys are trying to
See,
use.
it was
there.
humble heathen in the Bible. You had Ruth, right? You had a Canaanite woman, right? That admitted she was a dog, but you just can't humble down, right? This says Acts 13:1, and this is the word. It says,
Okay, here's AI if you want to trace.
here it is. Right
And,
here.
and yes,
Listen, would you admit this is niggers?
I think that they are
Acts
similar
13:1.
words that
I
are
would be
pronounced similarly.
extremely slow
Okay.
to pronounce anything
Now let's see.
remotely like
Let's see
that.
what Phineas was called in the Strong's Lexicon. Right here. Let's see what Phineas was called. And it's gonna ruin your day, Mr. White Man. All right. So this is Numbers. Now this ain't it. Go on. Okay, this Numbers 25:7. And when Phineas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation, and his heart being fat among the congregation, and took javelin in his hand. Now let's go into this word for Phineas in the Hebrew, right? It says Phineas, the Negro, right? So why is Phineas being called a Negro in the Hebrew? This Blue Letter Bible.
Give that
You
to
want to
me.
see that?
Yes.
Phineas, the Negro.
Now give me the quote. Give me the reference.
You got Blue Letter Bible?
I've got a King James Bible.
You got to download Blue Letter Bible so you can go into the Hebrew and the Greek.
That's all right.
why y'all didn't know.
That's
that
all right. Give me the reference.
Okay, this
These numbers what?
Numbers 25:7. So go to the Blue Letter Bible.
25:7. 25:7.
Yeah. Chapter 25 or so. Numbers 25.
Okay. When Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest,
You
saw
want
it,
Blue Letter?
he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin. Thus King James.
Okay, this is the King James I'm reading, but the Blue Letter Bible
Is this a
app.
website? It's an app?
You can go on a website and they got an app.
So it looks at
So-
both the Hebrew and the Greek?
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
What are you saying that's in there that's not in the King James?
This is the King James I'm reading, but you have to hey, back up a little bit. You have to download the Blue Letter Bible app to be able to go into the Hebrew.
I can't see it if I back up a little bit.
Well, we showing you. See that? Numbers, they say KJV, Numbers 5 and 7,
I'm here.
right? And when you go into the Hebrew, right, it's the word for Phineas. You agree with that, right? Phineas, it says
Okay.
it right there. That's the Hebrew, right? And it says Phineas, the Negro.
I've never heard that before.
Hey, he confounded.
Well, or
don't
you
know
don't.
Greek and
or
don't
you don't.
Okay,
Y'all
well,
are
next
pulled
time
up
y'all
the
shouldn't try to argue with people that you don't know, right?
I would argue most Christians don't know anything about Greek or Hebrew. I had a classmate in
She's being kind of humble,
I
right?
had a classmate in high school, and I really regret not saying anything. And she said, "I just want to read the Bible. I don't know who this King James is." And
King James was a black man too.
I sincerely reject them. They're like, "Look, there is no."
In England in 1600?
Yes, what was King James' surname?
That
You don't
is
know.
true. I don't know enough
You know,
about
King, you don't know his surname.
But I do know he's descended from a Norman from 1066.
No, what was his last name? You know?
No,
His last name was Stewart, which goes back to the word swarthy, which means black man, black skin.
You know,
King James was a so-called black man, right?
you know, I'm impressed with the Bible knowledge, but
Yeah.
this stuff is all just made up, guys.
Hey, you think we prove everything? We can't prove that. We just proved you once, right?
No, you haven't.
We did. Did we not
You-
just show that it's called Negro?
that was an accurate
Okay.
thing, but I don't
It
know
is
enough
not
about
in
the source.
the Bible.
I would want.
You
You're-
a goddamn
you're-
devil, man.
You're claiming.
We just showed you
you're-
that in the Hebrew.
No, you had.
Your daughter agreed,
No,
but you're
I would
disagreeing.
like to look up the Blue Book and make sure it's a
Blue
good
Letter
source.
Bible.
Blue Letter
Look it
Bible,
up
sorry.
right now.
I'm gonna do it when I get home. I'm gonna
See,
see about
hey.
downloading the app.
Because you
But-
know you're going to be confounded, right? But
But-
hey, we're not dealing with y'all.
You know,
Right.
your opinion is that the Book of Mormon is made up.
Yes, it is. The
But
Book of Mormon
I
is
don't
not
agree
kept-
with this.
Why wasn't it in the 1611?
Why would it be?
Well, yeah. Why would it be?
Because go to Revelation, the last chapter in the last
We've been
book,
waiting for this one.
right? You just been getting confounded all day long.
I
Right.
really disagree.
Where's that? In Amen, chapter, verse 19.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 19. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book.
Right, verse 18. So
Verse 18, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
right, so did the Book of Mormon come after Revelation?
So did a lot of the Bible.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
When was Revelations written?
It was written by John,
When was it written?
and it's thought that it.
When was it written?
Where?
When was it written?
Not long after.
In the
Christ.
first century AD.
It was written in around 100 AD.
Well, probably not that late.
But
It
somewhere.
was. It was written
in
around
any
96 to 100 AD.
in any case, that phrase, there was no
The Book of
Bible.
Mormon came after the Book of
There
Revelation.
The
was
Bible did
no
not exist
Bible
until the Nicene
in
Creed in the
100.
1400s.
Yes, there was
And now-
No, you talking about a compilation of the Bible. Before
Yes.
19 AD,
Yes.
you had something called the Council of Carthage, where they compiled the Bible
Yes.
or canonized it.
Yep.
Right? But the manuscripts of the Bible
Yes, they
did.
existed.
You know, the Book of Mormon actually says that Native Americans are from the tribe of Gad. But you trying to
No,
steal
no,
your-
no, no, no.
Yes, it does.
Not-
No.
Doesn't give them the tribe of Gad.
Look it
does,
up.
It does say that the
Or
Lamanites.
they say they Israelites. I don't know if they say
Yes.
tribe of Gad.
There
But
you
they
go.
say they Israelites. How you doing,
Exactly.
brother?
Exactly.
Right, so nevertheless, you know, we say Native Americans Israelites too. But you say this is false.
I do. Where do you
it's-
tie any of these things to
Hey, you
anything?
keep trying to run back to the Book of
and
Mormon,
anything to scripture,
but you
or,
never
or
address
history,
why it's having black skin.
or
first.
history.
Would you, if you will listen to the whole thing, I would love to.
Tell me.
Okay, so this Book of Mormon starts with a family. There are some older brothers and a younger brothers. The younger brother is going to be the next leader of the family. The older brothers are not. But in any way, shape, or form, you know, this is our birthright. How dare you take this from us? And their family split off once they come to the Americas. And this goes on for generations until they're entire tribes, separate tribes. And the younger brothers' generations follow God.
But does it say having black skin is a curse?
That is,
It
that is a
says they-
symptom of the curse. It is not the curse.
Yes.
How you doing, brother? Y'all ever heard of the Israelites?
Of course.
Why you know you an Israelite, brother?
Of course. Come on, come on. grace
Okay,
to the
brother.
man.
All praise to the Most High.
Always,
Right?
brother. Grace to peace.
Right. So, hey, y'all gotta look into the information. You know, you gotta start keeping the commandments, brother.
Anyways, you've confused the cause and effect.
Where your fringes, brother? Where your fringes at?
We'll
We ain't out here to.
we'll let you continue to
we just
preach.
out here to teach you, brother. All right, y'all got
Y'all
to
have a-
well,
y'all
hey,
have a
y'all
good
got
day.
debunked through the spirit. Y'all got confounded. Go study harder.